No Filipino act had ever performed at Lollapalooza before, not in the festival's entire history. Then, the 2026 schedule dropped, and suddenly SB19 was on it. July 30th, Allianz Stage, Grant Park, Chicago. 1 full hour at one of the biggest music festivals in the world. And for the first time ever, a group from the Philippines officially entered the lineup. This is everything you need to know about SB19 at Lollapalooza 2026. Lollapalooza is not a normal festival. It started in 1991 as a touring farewell event created by Perry Farrell, the lead singer of Jane's Addiction. Back then, it moved across North America with alternative rock acts and underground artists. But over time, it evolved into something much bigger. In 2005, the festival permanently moved to Grant Park in Chicago. That decision changed everything. Today, Lollapalooza is one of the most recognized music festivals in the world. Every year, hundreds of thousands of people attend across 4 days. Some of the biggest names in music history have performed there. Paul McCartney, Metallica, Radiohead, Kendrick Lamar, Billie Eilish, Daft Punk, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and many more. The 2026 lineup continues that scale. This year's headliners include Charlie XCX, Lorde, Jenny of Blackpink, The Smashing Pumpkins, John Summit, Tate McRae, and The XX. And somewhere inside that lineup is SB19. That alone is the story. Because this is not a K-pop festival, not an Asian music convention, not a fan-organized overseas event. This is one of the biggest mainstream music festivals in the United States. And SB19 is officially part of it. The group is scheduled to perform on July 30th from 3:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. Chicago time at the Allianz Stage. For viewers in the Philippines, that means the performance happens early in the morning on July 31st, around 4:30 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. Philippine time. The timing itself says something important. Fans in the Philippines will literally be waking up before sunrise to watch this set happen live on the other side of the world. SB19's assigned venue is the Allianz Stage, one of the major stages inside Grant Park. In previous years, that same stage hosted artists before major international breakthroughs. Sabrina Carpenter performed there before her recent rise. Chappell Roan also appeared there before exploding globally. The Allianz Stage is usually designed for artists with strong fan bases and rising momentum. And this year, SB19 is part of that lineup. Other acts scheduled around the same stage include Wet Leg, Bad Nerves, Audrey Hobart, Suki Waterhouse, and aespa across different festival days. So this is not a small side platform hidden somewhere inside the festival grounds. It is a real Lollapalooza stage with real international visibility. And that matters because Lollapalooza audiences are different from normal concert audiences. Many people there may not know SB19 yet. Some will walk past the stage accidentally. Some will stop because they hear the crowd. Some will discover the group for the very first time in the middle of a Chicago afternoon. That is part of what makes major festivals important. They are not just performances, they are exposure. And SB19 entering that environment says a lot about how far the group has already gone internationally. For people discovering them through the festival lineup, SB19 is a 5-member group from the Philippines made up of Josh, Pablo, Stel, Ken, and Justin. They debuted in 2018 and became one of the main groups associated with the rise of modern P-pop. Their music mixes pop, hip-hop, R&B, live vocals, and heavy choreography, while using both Filipino and English lyrics. Over the last few years, the group has steadily expanded outside the Philippines. In January 2026, SB19 officially surpassed 1 billion Spotify streams across all credits. They also built one of the most active fan bases in Asian pop. At Brazil's SEC Awards, they won International Group or Duo of the Year multiple times against major international acts, including 17, Stray Kids, and Twice. And now, the group is entering another level of international exposure through major global festivals. Because Lollapalooza is not the only international event on their schedule this summer. Just weeks later, SB19 is also set to perform at Summer Sonic in Japan. That means within a single month, the group will appear at 2 major global music festivals in 2 different countries. And honestly, that says a lot about where P-pop is starting to go internationally. For years, Filipino acts mostly built careers inside the local market. International tours existed, but major Western festival bookings like this were extremely rare. Now, the situation looks different. Binny appeared at Coachella-related events earlier this year. SB19 is heading to Lollapalooza. Both SB19 and Binny are also scheduled for Summer Sonic in Japan. And slowly, Filipino acts are beginning to appear inside the same global festival ecosystem that was once dominated almost entirely by Western artists and major K-pop groups. That does not mean P-pop suddenly became mainstream worldwide overnight. But it does mean the doors are opening wider than before. And Lollapalooza is one of the clearest examples of that shift. For fans planning to watch from home, streaming details are still limited right now. In previous years, Lollapalooza performances were streamed through Hulu in the United States. As of now, the official 2026 streaming schedule has not yet been fully confirmed, so fans will need to wait for additional announcements closer to the festival dates. But honestly, the most important part of this story is not ticket prices. It is not logistics. It is not even the stage time. It is the fact that this booking happened at all. Because 10 years ago, the idea of a Filipino group performing at Lollapalooza would have sounded almost impossible. The festival has existed for more than 3 decades. Thousands of artists have appeared on its stages. And until now, none of them came from the Philippines. SB19 changes that on July 30th. 1 hour, 1 stage, 1 lineup. But historically, a very important first. And when the lights turn on at Grant Park that afternoon, SB19 will not just be representing themselves. For many international viewers, they may become the first P-pop group they have ever watched live. That is the opportunity. That is the pressure. And that is why this performance matters far beyond a single festival schedule. Because whether someone is standing inside Grant Park in Chicago or watching from a phone screen in Manila before sunrise, this moment already feels bigger than a normal concert booking. July 30th, Allianz Stage, Lollapalooza 2026. And for the first time ever, a Filipino act is officially part of it. Is what happens after this performance ends. Because festival bookings like this are not just about appearing on a lineup poster. They are about what artists do with the opportunity once they get there. At Lollapalooza, SB19 will be performing in front of casual listeners, international audiences, and people who may be hearing P-pop for the very first time. That changes the pressure completely, but it also creates a different kind of opportunity. One strong festival set can introduce an artist to thousands of new listeners in a single afternoon. And honestly, this moment already feels bigger than just one performance. Because once a Filipino act officially enters a major festival like Lollapalooza, the idea no longer feels impossible for the next group. It becomes part of the conversation, part of the roadmap. So now, all eyes move to Chicago, July 30th, Allianz Stage. 1 hour that could become one of the most important international moments in SB19's career so far. Follow StarFiles for more updates.